Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin is about to take off on a bull run and what the bears are saying in the FUD and FOMO. But we're not just going to do a guess, we're going to look at what the analysts have been saying and from the in-depth research go through that all important information of where we see the market going. So if you want to know all about that, stay tuned and let's get into it. So, yes, you guessed it. Anything that you see, hear, or choose to ignore in today's video is not financial advice. No, this bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. Now, I've put this presentation together and I've gone into some in-depth cool stuff that I think is going to happen over the course of the next couple of months. So, I don't want to waffle on too long. Let's jump straight into the presentation. It's the longest crypto bull run in history. Well, bear with me, excuse the pun. Bitcoin and the crypto markets have chopped up short-term traders for the past 2 months now. But the bears are really starting to feel the pressure now that Bitcoin's pushing its way back up to $48,000. Now, while they're waiting for another pullback to start loading up their bags, they may have been forgetting that it wasn't that long ago since Bitcoin's most recent breakout concluded the end of nearly a 4-month downtrend since last November. So what if this sacred dip never comes? Well, let's have a look at the stats and facts. You may know the pain of taking profits too early and watching your beloved altcoin pull another bullish rally the moment you sell it, and we all know we've been there. But what you might not think is that's even more painful to watch is seeing your entire crypto market rally while you're convincing yourself on the sidelines to stay in stablecoins. One of the most bearish traders on the market at the moment is Crypto Capo, and he serves as a great example to a lot of the crypto bears out there with their sentiment towards the market. They're patiently waiting for another capitalization event and sitting in disbelief as Bitcoin rises higher and higher by the day, seeming to have no plans of taking another dip. So Bitcoin's uptrend, well, based on the chart shared by Capo, it looks like we should be expecting another capitalization event, right? Well, not necessarily. To the bears, it is obvious. It looks like that's true. And we've seen every reason for them to believe this under the sun. And the markets have crashed from hawkish rate hikes to rising inflation to pressures from the set and even literally war breaking out. But looking at the end of the chart, I think that we have hit the support line and can see a clear pattern of an uptrend from Bitcoin. As you can see in the chart on the right here, we've bounced off support pretty nice. Now, although you can never say never, we have had the big crash in 2020 with coronavirus and then the capitalization wick in May 2021. And we are just coming out of a long consolidation phase now. So for me, the bears are just getting a bit greedy and wanting a bit more than I think they are going to get. So there's a lot of calls for pullback in the market. Since the initial capitalization wick in 2021, we've printed a higher high and a higher low on the long-term time frame. So the macro movement is still trending up, though it's subtle and very small. We also saw a big flush out back in 2020 when the coronavirus pandemic hit the news. So for me, the bears are just getting greedy, asking for more. I'm also seeing a lot of calls for pullback to retest to 35 to 30k. Now this may seem logical to the bears, but looking that we had such a long consolidation around 35 to 38k, I can't see it crashing from here and think that the jets are getting warm now for the bull rocket. This then will start the FOMO and the sideline participants to start chasing the market again, which we know they all do. They sit on the sidelines, get excited, and then start chasing the market. While the bears wait for just one more flush out, perhaps it's time to accept the crypto bull runs are lengthening and that the asset class do mature. So for me, I think it's time to get rich slow. Now, crypto bull runs have long been renowned for their quick returns, flash in the pans, innovation cycles that draw in participants from all different markets. In the early days of crypto before reaching mainstream attention, price impulses were higher, faster and stronger, and we loved the euphoria of them big pumps and trying to avoid them big old dips, like riding a roller coaster at Universal Studios. But as the asset class matures in adoption and cycle, we have to acknowledge that those returns don't bring the same instant gratification that they once did. However, it isn't necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion. On the bright side of things, a slower appreciation schedule means that you have more time to get involved in the game. And a lot of bearish traders these days claim that the cycle is over, considering it's lasted about as long as the previous cycle. But perhaps, and in my belief, 2021 merely served as a much longer pit stop in the middle of the road to higher prices in the future, because we haven't actually seen them blow off tops. So continuing get rich slow, when trying to see the bigger picture in visualization, just how different crypto as a market is these days, it is good to look back to the fantastic cycle analysis from the crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen. He's been preaching for this thesis of a lengthening cycle, diminishing returns for years now, and all the data we have on Bitcoin suggests he is right. So if you look at the chart on the right, you can see that the market cycles, and there's 4 of them there, have been getting sort of drawn out longer, and the pumps are definitely shorter. Now this is, in my opinion, is down to a few factors, but with market manipulation from the institutional money and the FUD at every corner, with a fear and greed index looking a lot busier in this bull run, you can understand why the markets are being dragged out a lot. You know, we've gone through a lot of black swan events, a lot of FUD, and a lot of FOMO is out there. So where are we now? And this is a good question. Well, countries, companies and financial institutions that are adapting Bitcoin at an absolutely phenomenal rate don't like losing money. So with all the big money players getting in the game over the past year or so, we can rest assured knowing that these whales are expecting higher prices in the future, and that's for sure. So using diminishing cycles to your advantage and lengthening your time preference, I think it'll be wise to follow the smart money. Now look at what I've been saying in a lot of my videos, and if you've watched the channel over the past few months, you'll see this absolutely in every video. That trading support and resistance lines and getting plenty of profit takes in as you climb that bull run ladder is a far better strategy than trying to moonshoot every investment that you try and do. But that's just my honest opinion. Again, not financial advice, of course. So, as you can see, there's some in-depth stuff in there, and I do think that the bears are gonna get nailed. And with the bull run up and coming, and the bears sort of overthinking and getting ready to hibernate and looking for that capitalization phase, I think we are in a point now where we do need to start playing it smart with our support and resistance investments. So, have a look at the video. Hope you found it informative. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, tick that bell notification, and as always, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.